Hello again, Blackbird here. So in this video I've decided that I'm gonna rank all of the matches at East vs West 25 and also the event as a whole. I'm gonna rank the matches based on the anticipation and also by how interesting or close the match was.
Unbelievable victory! Wow!
So first up it was the preliminary card, Zhou vs Alex. It was a best of 3. They were both finalists of the KOTT tournament, put head to head. Immediately I am putting a tier higher because the haircut of Zhou is absolutely incredible. Probably the best hair in arm wrestling, maybe only comparable to the Krusty Clown haircut. But when you look at the match itself, Alex Koshadze had hand control from the start. He was able to flatten and then crack the wrist of Zhou and drove to the pad in the first round. And then in the second round, Zhou started to actually hold better. The shoulder was engaged quite well, even though he was losing the wrist. It looked like Alex had big trouble finishing with that top roll, that he maybe lacked the side pressure. Zhou was able to battle it out better in the center, but then he lost to the dumbest foul. I mean, come on, just being fouled out for not holding onto the pad is crazy work. It cannot be more disappointing than that. Could have been a very interesting continuation, but sadly we got robbed of that, so it's unfinished business. Due to the haircut, it's a tier higher, so B tier. Grigory Liashchuk versus Daniel Roman. Another best of 3 between two finalists, and it was quite an interesting back and forth. What I found fascinating is the pure arm power of Daniel, because Grigory had a better top roll, he had better pronation, better hand control. But even with that, his arm got completely opened up when Daniel just drove to the side. In the second round, Grigory actually hit better, but Daniel, even without the pronate, even without the wrist, was somehow able to kind of hold in this position, but eventually Grigory managed to finish it. Third round, it was another great hit by Grigory, but Daniel just went full on hog mode and he finished the match without hand control, pure arm power. He won the match. We don't know how they're gonna perform on the biggest stage yet, but it was an interesting back and forth in my opinion. I'm gonna go B tier. Next match, Manifestor versus Omar. Manifestor occasionally trains at the club I do, so I mean I cannot root against him. He is genuinely built different. He destroyed Samusha at the 85 and now he's coming up. What I found fascinating is that Omar weighs way less than Laletin. I mean, the 13 kilo difference is crazy. So there was genuinely no way I could see him winning the fight, and that's quite how that looked, even though it was actually a bit closer than I expected. Later, Laletin said at the interview that his left is 40% weaker than his right. So it was a fascinating matchup when he considered the weight difference and the pure talent of both of these athletes, the pedigree, the level. But I mean the match itself, nothing really fascinating happened, so I'm gonna go C tier. Moving on, Tim Talmage versus Vala Ichiti. This match was absolutely insane. Vala was coming in as a favorite. He had a war with Samusha in the past and most people saw him as the winner of the match. In the first round, Tim managed to overpower Vala in the hook. Second round, Vala went full top roll and he did manage to crack the wrist of Tim, but in the second round, sadly, Vala got fouled out. But it looked like he was in control with that top roll. And in the third round, it looked like a repeat of what had happened was about to take place. Tim lost the hand, he was in a horrible stretched out position, but somehow his arm simply wasn't opening enough to get to the pin pad. Tim kept holding it, and with every surge Vala tried to put in, he got more and more control, and then literally without the wrist, he just...
Close. He might not be able to get this. Tim is still fighting. Tim is looking at the elbow. Tim is overturning! Oh my God! We are so close to
I mean, 3-0, what a crazy upset, what a crazy position to pull a match out of. It reminded me of Hermes versus Levan. It genuinely looked like a lightweight version of that match. It's going in A tier, definitely. Moving on, Artyom Popov versus Vlad the Destroyer. Artyom Popov was super explosive. He got the center at first with every round, but once the power went down and the slow twitch muscle fibers started working, Vlad got even. First round, Vlad got the match inside, then there was a foul, then on the restart, Vlad did a tremendous top roll. Second round, Artyom hit quickly, but his power burned out.
face there of Vlad.
Third round, a top roll from Vlad. Artyom tried being explosive, but it wasn't enough.
absolutely dominant position there, and he's calling the elbow foul to
Oh, there he's in.
set himself for a little bit more of a hook, but Vlad's got everything.
So it was quite a one-sided match, nothing truly spectacular happened, no upset, no back and forth. With the excitement, I'm gonna go C tier, not very close. Zurab versus Ryan. Another match which went over quite quickly. When you're in a hook, you're in Zurab's world. Nothing interesting, C tier. Irina versus Gabi. I mean, Gabi did what she does every time, unless she is pulling the female Levan. So another C tier. But where it got more interesting was Paul-Lin versus Eldar Bubenko. Bubenko surprised me very much by taking the wrist of Paul-Lin, pinned him with very clean top rolls. In the third round he tried holding Paul, but when he started to drive to the side he actually wasn't able to get anywhere. Then he readjusted, he went quicker, and he got the win 3-0, very dominant from him. It was a statement win for Eldar, and given the pedigree of both athletes, I'm gonna give this match a B tier. But if there is another match which was genuinely a crazy statement, then it was Adam Borzinski versus Nuraleta Aidarkhan. This was an amazing match. It was hook versus top roll. It was super fast, pronated explosivity versus incredible containment. In the first round, Adam got the first pin, he had Nuraleta contained, and Adam got the first pin because of Nuraleta fouling out. It went under review and then the pin was awarded. But in the second round, Nuraleta switched to another gear. He went super fast, super explosive, got the revenge. Even though Adam didn't fully lose the wrist, it didn't even matter. In the third round, it was even more ridiculous by Nuraleta. Once again, he flash pinned him. The fourth round I saw as an early start from Adam Borzinski. And from that position, Nuraleta once again drove to the pin pad, but he wasn't able to quite fully finish, and sadly fouled out. And then we went to the silver bullet, fifth round. Fifth round was possibly an early start by Adam. Nuraleta wanted to complain, so he elbow fouled, but when it went under review, an elbow foul was given to Nuraleta. So Nuraleta was now on one foul, fifth round, his last chance. Adam puts everything into containment and Nuraleta drags back. He puts everything into the pronator, into the back pressure, puts everything into trying to crack that wrist. But he runs out of the pad and he fouls out. So sadly, it ended on fouls, but it was a cool back and forth. There were many interesting things happening in the match. And the last round, if it had gone the distance, it could have been a great war without anyone fouling. If that was the case, I would have given it A tier, but I'm gonna go with the B. Moving on to bigger and better athletes, Nugochikadze versus Krasimir Kostadinov. I honestly thought Nugochikadze would have gotten this match, but Krasimir showed why he is the signature
arm wrestler of his nation.
First round, Nugo tried the top row with the back pressure, but he ran out of the pad, and then the match went inside, and you cannot go into the hook with Krasimir. So it was quite one-sided, but both athletes are just so high level, and the anticipation was there that I'm gonna give it a B tier. Moving up even higher, it's Jordan Sonev versus Ibrahim Sago. Another match which I expected to be closer, but Ibrahim pressed down on Jordan 3 times in a row, very quickly, dominantly, flash pins. He won the match. I mean, genuinely nothing interesting happened, it was just so quick. I cannot give it any higher than C tier. Prokopchuk versus Vashagan. Once again, very dominant from Daniel Prokopchuk. Nothing surprising happened, C. Oleg Zhok versus Luka Tsinadze for the 85 kilo left arm title. Before the match, I genuinely believed that Luka had the chance, because I saw how the hook was holding up in his previous matches. I saw some practice pulls with Irakli Zirakashvili. That hook looked absolutely iron, but this whole match was Oleg's game. He took the hand control, he forced Luka to hold on, and then he just bled him round after round. Luka had nothing, he had no way to answer, so... At this point I was honestly kind of getting bored of the event, because there was just no close war, no close match, it was just all happening too quickly, too dominantly from one side. I was just waiting for Vitaly and Alizhan and didn't really care for the matches. But then came Kamil Jablonski versus Georgi Tsvetkov. This match, even before this started, had crazy trash talk.
Without steroids, I don't know what you achieved. You have 0 titles, 0 WAF champion. Yeah.
Georgi, I think you are sick in your head.
So fear in your eyes, you couldn't do anything. Just shit, shit. Smell the shit in you.
Too much
You know.
lucky, this guy.
My friend, when I destroyed your press, I felt 100 orgasms, you know.
I see.
You cannot understand what pleasure I felt.
And when the match actually took place, it delivered. There were crazy adaptations happening in the match, and both athletes were doing things I never expected them to be able to pull off in any way, shape or form. Genuinely, all things combined, this might genuinely be the greatest match of East versus West, or the greatest match I've ever seen. First round, we have Kamil Jablonski as the flop presser, we have Georgi Tsvetkov as the top roller. Flop press, top roll.
Unbelievable victory. Wow.
And first round, Kamil flopped Georgi easily. And it looked like what many of us expected to happen was gonna happen with Kamil running through Georgi. But oh boy, was that wrong. In the second round, Kamil flopping, Georgi top rolling. But somehow, Georgi was just holding Kamil on his bicep, holding the entire body weight. Kamil tried pressing through, but he just wasn't able to. Georgi was like dying centimeters above the pin pad, but he wasn't getting pinned. Georgi actually started to slowly pull it out from the dead. Eventually Kamil fouled out and we went to round 3. And in the first ready go of the third round, Georgi pulled Kamil out of his position and went absolutely insane.
Unbelievable.
There is the pin for Smoke.
Yeah! Victory. Wow. Oh, man.
Fourth round, Georgi repeats the formula, going for the win. But he goes under the table too quickly, the shoulder drops before he is on the winner's side, and he fouls. On the restart, Georgi once again goes for the top roll. He puts Kamil out of his position, is gonna go towards the pin pad, but then...
That's a lot of weight going down onto the arm. And he needs to stay with it. It's stretched out now. Absolute war.
We're looking at a king's move. What are we looking at? I love it. What the hell is going on? He said he's been working on this. He said he's been working on this. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. No way! No way! I can't believe what I'm looking at right here. What is that?
Fifth round, Kamil utilizes that once again. He goes for the open top, he forces Georgi into a horrible position, but then...
And Georgi is really struggling here.
Georgi's in huge trouble. Listen,
if Georgi has to flop.
If Georgi flops, I don't know what to tell you.
Wow. No way. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Oh my word, Georgi's gonna flop!
Flop it, Georgi, flop it. Flop it, Georgi!
Georgi flop! Georgi Spetkov with the flop!
Now there is a restart on the fifth round. Kamil goes back to the flop press, and this time he manages to press through Georgi. And sixth round, Kamil once again goes for the press, but this time he gets stopped once again. And Georgi is holding it all he can. And then there is a bit of a moment when both athletes breathe, and that I think was a crucial mistake with Georgi. He wasn't going all out there, he wasn't putting all of his effort in trying to stop the hits of Kamil, and Kamil took advantage and took the win 4-2. I mean, the only thing this match was missing was a silver bullet. Every other thing was literally perfect. Absolutely S tier, S++, incredible match, insane war. If you didn't see it live, I mean, I am so sorry for you. The pay-per-view was insane. Speaking of the pay-per-views, if you want to get the pay-per-views for East vs West 26 and see Devon Larratt vs Ivan Matyushenko or other amazing matches, then make sure to use the link in the description and use the code YAN to get a discount of everything. Or you can also click on the link of the store to get some merch or in-person tickets. And now, the last fight, Alizhan Muratov vs Vitaly Laletin. The build-up of this match was tremendous. On one side, you had the light heavyweight and heavyweight champ, who just ran through the number 2 left arm on the planet in Artyom Morozov, who had a war with the champ himself, Vitaly Laletin. And speaking of Vitaly, a 150 kilo monster with an unstoppable top row on the left. It was truly the highest battle with the hook and the top roll, David versus Goliath. There were huge stakes on the match, however the match left a lot to be desired. Alizhan's wrist buckled immediately in the first round, but even without the wrist he was kinda holding the drives of Vitaly, but I think that broke through his elastic limit. The damage he took in the first round was way too massive, and from that point on it was pure flash pins. So 4-0, but the hype definitely brings that up higher, so I mean, they're gonna go with Pete here. So overall, I would rate this event as mid. I mean, Georgie versus Kamil definitely raises it up a bit. Then the Tim versus Vala match was genuinely incredible. But overall, there weren't many wars. I'm gonna go with the B. So that's everything from me for today. I'm very interested in how the East 2026 is gonna look like, if Ivan Martushenko is gonna somehow pull out a flop press against Devon, if Bogdan is gonna be able to press through Irakli. I mean, it's gonna be crazy. So that's everything from me for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks a lot for watching and bye-bye.